Hello, everybody. Tate Davis here with another album battle for you. This is between two jazz greats. In one corner from 1959, Miles Davis with Kinda Blue, released on Columbia Records. And in the other corner, we have the saxophone great, who actually borrowed Miles' band for one of his albums around this time, from 1956, Sonny Rollins, the saxophone Colossus. This isn't going to be a really long video because these are both two of the greatest jazz albums of all time, and I can't really add anything that hasn't been said already. So, Saxophone Colossus by Sonny Rollins, widely considered to be his best album. The notes by Ira. If you have the time and have the vinyl or the CD, read the liner notes by Ira Gilter. He does a really good job giving you information about these songs. So, I believe this was recorded at the Hackensack, New Jersey, at the Rudy Van Gelder studio. Bob Weinstock, I believe, produced this. Who do we got in Sonny's band here? We got Sonny Rollins on tenor sax, Tommy Flanagan on piano. He also played with John Coltrane on his Giant Steps album. Was the guy who messed up on Giant Steps. He recorded a version of his own later on in his career to redeem himself. Doug Watkins on bass, and then the awesome Max Roach on drums, probably my favorite jazz drummer. So, opening up the album, we got St. Thomas, inspired by Sonny Rollins' trip to the Virgin Islands, and particularly the island of St. Thomas. Really great Max Roach drum part to begin the song with the floor tom part and the hi-hat on 2 and 4. And Max Roach's drum solo on this song. Max Roach is awesome on this entire album. His drum is probably some of the best drumming I've ever heard from him. Awesome. Really great. Just a really fun tune. Just a really great song. Really great way to kick off the album. Strode Road. Just awesome. Really great swing tune. Tommy Flanagan's piano solo was awesome. Great playing from Max and Sonny himself. Just awesome. Blues 7, probably one of my favorite jazz blues of all time. In my opinion, this is Max Roach's best drumming performance on this album. He does polyrhythms all over the place. It's awesome. The band really goes on all out here. The ballad standard, You Don't Know What Love Is, very beautiful tune. And then finishing it off with the great version of Mac the Knife, or originally from the Journey, or the German opera Moriarty. It's an Americanized version of a song from a German opera called that we know as Mac the Knife, and does a really, really great version of it. Probably some of his best playing ever. If I had to pick a single song where Sonny Rollins plays his best solo on, it's Mac the Knife. So overall, an incredible album. The place to start if you're looking to get into Sonny Rollins for the first time. Saxophone Colossus. And over in this corner, quite possibly the greatest jazz album of all time, from 1959, Miles Davis, Kinda Blue. It was recorded at the 38th Street Studio in New York. It was a converted church. Of course, we got Miles Davis on trumpet, Cannonball Adderley on alto sax, Paul Chambers on bass, Jimmy Cobb on drums, John Coltrane on tenor sax, Bill Evans on piano, and Wynton Kelly on piano. Really, what can I say about this album that hasn't already been said? Really great liner notes by Bill Evans, if you ever get the chance to read them, if you have the physical copies of this album. So What? Great bass part by Paul Chambers, great soloing by Miles, Coltrane, and Cannonball, and Bill Evans. Sorry. Great drumming by Jimmy Cobb, really keeping it simple here. Just a great song. Freddie Freeloader, again, great modal blues. Wynton Kelly's piano solo on here, I think, is one of his best solos ever. Just da-da, simple but so effective. Blue and Green, a beautiful ballad written by Bill Evans, but he's uncredited because I think Miles gave him like $25 and he said, you can have credit for it. But great ballad, great brushwork by Jimmy Cobb on this. Opening up side 2, all blues. The one caveat I have with this album, I don't like Bill Evans soloing over blues heads. I just don't think his piano style is kind of right, but he does okay on this tune. A great waltz, great solos by Miles, Coltrane, and Cannonball, and then closing off with the beautiful improvised flamenco sketches. Once again, a great piano performance from Bill Evans on this tune, along with some great brushwork by Jimmy Cobb. So overall, an amazing album, probably my favorite jazz album of all time. If you're looking to get into jazz, this is the place to start. This is just a great album you can put on, and everyone's gonna love it. You know, it's chill if you're sitting around with a group of friends by a fireplace during a cold winter evening. This is a perfect album to put on. So the time has come in the program for me to decide. This is a very, very, very difficult decision because I love this with all my heart and I love this with all my heart. But if I were to pick one that just means a little bit more to me, and this is by the ever so slightest of margins, this is after a 12th round slugfest, I have to go with this one. This, for me, is just a template to what jazz would become, and basically reinventing the genre using a whole new type of chord structure. I'm not a musicologist here, but modal basically is what I'm alluding to here. So for me, Miles gets it by the ever so slightest of margins, but that's not to say anything because this is also awesome too. Sonny Rollins, he put up a good fight, but in the end, Miles Davis comes out victorious after 12 rounds. So you know what? You may like this one better, you may like this one better, it doesn't matter because they're both great, and this is just an excuse to talk about two great albums. So thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you guys later, and have a good one. Bye-bye.